welcome to Zenith Online Racing. This is Tier 3, and we are in France for what I believe would be round 6 or 7. I should probably know that before I start the broadcast, but that's okay. We're here to have fun, we're here for some good racing, and we've got 17 cars out on track tonight, including a couple new faces, or I guess just one. And that would be TTV underscore slasher 720. So welcome. I'll try and get you some screen time. While we wait for cars to get out on track, we'll bring up all the relevant data that we need. And I am not able to hear any engine noises. This is tragic. If anyone is listening to the broadcast, can you let me know if it's the same for you as well? Or if you can even hear me? For now, though, we will find that an Alfa Romeo, who I believe would be Grex GL. Yes, first man out on track. Can't hear the engines. If anyone could tell me how to fix that, that would be lovely. I don't know if just starting the broadcast would work. But as we work through some technical difficulties, I'm not too sure what happened there. It just drove right through the bollard. The brake markers, for anyone running without the line, they're going to be a little frustrated with him on that. Who has he let through? One of the Haas cars, it looks like. I believe that would be Luis Letta. So we will ride on board with him. Afterwards, we will work on sorting out our technical difficulties and getting some sound into the broadcast. But here we go, around the final corner. Opening up the throttle, opening up the DRS, down the main straight here, and let's ride on board as we watch Lewis take us through a lap of France. Down into turn 1 here, very easy to invalidate. Goes a little cautious, doesn't take too much curb on the entry. Does well to pick up the throttle on the exit of turn 2 though, as he makes his way down to turn 3 here. Tricky section of corners here. You can see they're a bit wide there on the exit, but he does well there to get the apex here. And then a tricky right-hander. You want to get some throttle, you want to go up through the gears, and you want to pin the throttle as quickly as you can, because this is where you need to carry speed all the way down the straight, the longest straight on the track. And it will lead you right down into the chicane that is coming up here. So he did fairly well to pick up the throttle there. Brakes around the 100-meter board. A little bit of extra steering input as he seemed to have turned in a bit early, but he does well to stay within the track limits there. And again, another long run. There's going to be full throttle here through this next corner. Obviously, you can take that very easily flat in these cars. And then again, a tricky right-hander, and he takes a lot of curb on the entry, and that has compromised him as he goes way wide. The lap is still valid though, as I don't think he really gained from going out and making that little adventure off the track. Again, up into 6th gear, 7th gear, coming around for the final few corners here, just 2 left. Does well again, that was really nicely done. A little deep into the final corner, and he's going to want to pick up the throttle as quickly as he can again. Opens the DRS, and we'll watch him now as he comes across the line, and we'll see what the time to beat is. And we have a 1:32.3 on the board. So, well done from Lewis. Give me a few moments, and I will try to sort these issues here. I will be back. Alright, I believe we have that sorted out here. Sorry for that. Please, if you can hear it in the chat, let me know. and hopefully that'll be the last of our issues for this evening. We'll see if we can find someone else on track here. We do have the captain here, reserve driver, coming through the chicane after the misdraw straight. Again, picks up the throttle really well here, and we'll see how well he does. We'll get a nice shot. And thanks, Emmerman, in the chat. The engine is roaring. Love to hear it. See how well he can do. I see I missed a whole bunch of times here. Mario World and Jay Kelly separated by 2 100s at the top of the leaderboard. Jay Kelly, obviously, our championship leader with, I believe, a 20-point lead in the standing so far. So, really solid from him. We have GP Colin, a bit of a trademark move of his. He always seems to do his first run on the medium tires. So, I'm sure he'll come back out on the softs, but medium hard strategy here. One of the few tracks where is likely a lot quicker than the soft to the hard strategy or the soft medium strategy. Criminal Beatty, I don't know if he's just retired or if he DNF'd. Unfortunate for him is Ferrari are looking to take the fight to McLaren. McLaren looks pretty strong right now, up in 2nd and 4th. Who's that Red Bull? Cross. I don't know if this is an out lap or either a hot lap or in lap. It looks like he's using his battery, so we'll stay on board. Not too many cars out on track right now. With full throttle, some airtime here. But yeah, important to note, France, one of the longest pit straights on the calendar. Oh, and he's gotten the throttle way too quick there and forced him way out wide. Still a valid lap, though. The game hasn't knocked him for that, so again, I don't think he gained an advantage going out that wide, but surprisingly, considering it was well off the track. But yes, France, one of the longest pit lanes in the, in that one, did get him. I keep interrupting myself, but there we go on the exit there of the second part of that chicane. He has been knocked, and he will have his time invalidated. But yes, France, before I interrupt myself a final time here, very, very long pitch straight. The two-top strategy is not as quick as it could be around some other tracks, like Canada, for example, where we were last week. In contrast, one of the shortest of the season. So I think soft to hards will definitely work. So if you do qualify on the soft tires, it's not the end of the world, but I think in order to keep going at a strong pace throughout the entirety of this Grand Prix, you're going to want to do a medium to hard. I think that would be the optimal strategy. Obviously not optimum for quality, though, unless you have a blazing time. As we now right on board with JJ, we'll get some good camera shots here. There's Noah Williams in the chat. The captain in a Tauri is dangerous. We got some fans out here. This entire track is valid. There's a lot of alternate routes through the track. Many are frowned upon, unfortunately, but yes, there are a few different ways you can make it around this track. Sometimes just ignoring corners altogether. As we watch JJ navigate his way through the final sector here, a little bit of oversteer on the exit. Perhaps a bit too much throttle, as you can see him ease his way into, I don't know the numbers of the turns, but into that turn there. Now we watch the final two turns. Carries a lot of speed in there, pretty nice. Again, you can see him just kind of easing his way on and off the throttle, so still finding his feet. Obviously now pedal to the metal. DRS open, coming across the line, and good enough for third, so a really solid lap. And we see now 3 drivers with a 30.9, so very, very close at the top. We see another really tight group here from 4th down to 7th, even to 8th. Costco right in there, so I mean the difference in these times is really just 1 corner, 2 corners, getting it right. A little bit of late braking, maybe giving on the throttle slightly earlier, and that can make the difference between, you know, starting 8th or 4th so far in qualifying. So as we watch Grex GL looking to improve on his time here, crosses the line, and not only does he improve, he goes fastest of everyone by 3 100ths, so a 30.922, and the top 3 literally separated by just nothing. Incomprehensible amounts of time, undetectable by the human eye. So that is shaping up to be a fantastic end to our qualifying here. As we look now for someone else we can ride on board with. We've got GP Colin, who's been a... I don't want to say a surprise. We always know GP has pace, but he's been very, very strong in qualifying. I believe pole position in his last 2 races here. And we watch now to see what he can do on the soft tires, as he has moved off of the mediums. So his medium time, good enough for 9th so far. We'll see what he can do, as he's probably picking up a bit of a slipstream on that car ahead of him. Not sure who it would be. It looks like perhaps the Alpine of Costco, maybe even Mario World. Hopefully he's not going to be held up at all as he comes to the final sector, but I think he should be okay. The nice thing about France, too, is there's a lot of different ways to attack these corners, some alternate routes or alternate lines that you can take, especially in this 3rd sector with those extended apexes. As GP feathers the throttle up through the gears, DRS open, again, maybe getting a bit of a slipstream on that car ahead. Mario World, who goes a 30.9, and GP Colin with a 31 flat. So, yeah, this is just crazy so far, as Mario World, right now, a really solid lap, but just nothing between the top 5. Extremely, extremely close. Hippo begged me for some love in the chat before the race. Here it is. We'll give him some love. On the medium tires right now, currently sitting in 6th place, so we see the McLarens maybe saving some pace on their opening lap, trying to, does really well, takes the apex nicely there, a lot of curb on the entry, maybe compromises exit, and yeah, there it is, he has invalidated that lap. So the entry, very strong, maybe carried a bit too much speed through the second part of that chicane, but as I was saying there, though, the McLarens may be leaving a bit of pace on the table, hoping to improve and start on these medium tires. We'll ride on board now with Jake Kelly, his McLaren teammate, very close to doing the same thing and validating on the exit, but has kept it in bounds, has kept it clean, and obviously he is down, though, coming through the 2nd sector split there, so he's going to need a mega 3rd sector. He's going to want to start on these tires. He's running into some traffic here. GP Colin a bit in the way. We'll see if he can pull over. He does get out of the way nicely there. So maybe hindered him ever so slightly. We have another car, more traffic up ahead as we have Mario World. But sometimes, even if you're not actually slowing a driver down, just them looking at you can cause you to... Ooh, and we see a big snap oversteer on the exit. A little greedy, getting on the throttle. Bit of a tank slapper, as I like to call it, as he crosses the line and 8/10ths down on his time. So, not really improving there. Obviously not improving. Maybe hoping for a bit better on that run, as I think he's going actually for a 2nd run, though. He is still in hot lap, and he has invalidated. So we'll move on. We'll find a new driver. I'm Sutton, who has already invalidated this lap before turn 1, maybe on the exit there. So we'll move on. We'll go full throttle. Red Bull driver here. See what we can do. Sitting currently in 11th place with a 32 flat, so he's going to need a good amount of time, and he takes way too much curb on the entry through that turn, and that is, yes, that will be an invalidation. We'll move now to Slasher. I did mention tonight being his debut race here with the Zenith Online Racing. You can see there he almost took too much on the entry to the 2nd part of that corner. Bit of a correction mid-corner, and that will hinder him, but better to compromise than to invalidate. So we watch now, heading into the 3rd sector. A lot of curb on the entry there. Staying really tight and hitting the apex there nicely. Maybe could have carried a bit more speed, though, and carried wider on the exit, but he is hitting his apexes pretty nicely. I think the only thing that will hold him back here is the entry speed. Ooh, he's gone much too wide there, and he's going to abandon his right into the pits. We'll move on now to the captain. See what he can do on the medium tires. So looking to improve on a 32.8. And a bit of curb, and that will unsettle the car, especially on that corner. You want to avoid that entry curb if you can, especially at the apex. This is a curve you can take a lot more of there, and you see he does. Again, just getting a piece of the apex there, and again, down the pit straight here, looking to improve, looking to set a time on these medium tires, and he improves ever so slightly, but it's not going to move him up the standings. So, see who we can find next. We have Hippo, who's on another invalid lap. We have Jesper, very quick, very quick. Likely will not be in Tier 3 for much longer, but we'll see how he does here in the upcoming races. On the medium tires, his lap is invalid though, so we'll find someone who's not on an invalid lap. We have Private Jet here. He goes real deep. That's going to invalidate him. Does it actually? So he can carry on. You can see him just, hear him rather, entering on the throttle. It seems he's getting a wicked amount of understeer through that particular section of the track. But still on a valid lap. Looking to improve. If he can find half a second, obviously he's going to jump into the top 7. If he can find a couple tenths though, I mean, you'll see he'll jump from 11th all the way up to 8th, and he has abandoned that, it seems. Not nearly going flat out. So we'll move on. We'll jump to the front runners. We have Grex on his lap. We'll follow him here. Give him a full run around the track as he looks to improve and perhaps pit pole position in the dying moments here of qualifying. Coming through the first sector split, we'll see if he's up on his time. Down ever so slightly, so half a tenth roughly. Obviously you can find that in other parts of this track, but not the sector split. He's looking through sector 1. Coming in now to the chicane. As well on the entry there, and again, a lot of curve, and he's navigated his way through that chicane beautifully. So, up through the gears, obviously full throttle again, and you can see now he has found that that half a tenth, plus a tiny bit more that he lost through sector 1. So, with the gap so small, all he needs is a 100th, really, to build and to take pole position here. You can see he looks very confident attacking these corners there. A bit of correction coming through there. Again, every little bit counts. So you watch him now, final few corners. You see how quickly he can get on the throttle. And here we go, run down to the line. He was up on his time coming through the second sector. We'll see if it's enough. Crossing the line, and oh no, barely missing his time. Not enough to improve. We'll go now with, here we have Mario World. He's invalidated, so he will not be improving. Qualifying is over. We'll jump to Jay Kelly now and see what he can do as he begins what will be his final run, obviously. He is our championship leader, and he needs 2 100ths, 3 100ths to take pole here in France. So you see now he's up quite substantially there, almost 2 tenths on his time, which would give him pole by quite a margin. As we know, Grex and Mario World will both not be improving on their times. Again, he's got a bit of traffic ahead of him there. That Alpine shouldn't be too much of a bother, but as long as he can manage to just stay kind of where he has been in this third sector, he doesn't really need more time. Obviously, more the better. He's coming up behind Costco. He might get a bit of a tow, actually, which will help him down the pit straight. I think this is looking good. I think we might be watching a pole lap. And, wow, a 30.5. A super lap there. Really separating himself from the rest of the field. As we have Grex, actually. I don't know if this lap is counting or not. We have him coming across the line here. Will it count? No, it did not. We have Costco now. His lap's not going to count. I think that's it. Qualifying is done. And our championship leader, Jay Kelly, is on pole. In second, we have Mario World 9. Third, we have Grex. Fourth, we have JJ. What do we have? Best lap. So, there we go. Jesper starting 11th on the medium tires. The only one who qualified on the mediums, aside from the captain down in 16th. But yes, clutch indeed. Coming through on the final run. And just look at those gaps, though. I mean, Mario World, Grex, JJ, Costco, GP, Baba Yaga, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Humble Hippo, Nicholas Weck, I'm Sutton. I mean, Jesper, Private Jet. Without Jay Kelly's time there, that's 6 tenths between 2nd and 12th. So very, very close throughout the field. Obviously, too, that group of Mario Grex, JJ, Costco, GP, I mean, 2 tenths separate them, and you can kind of separate it into that next group. And again, just a couple tenths. So qualifying was very, very close throughout the field. And then down the bottom of the grid, quickly, we have Lewis Letta, Slasher, Captain, and Terminal Dady, who didn't set a time, but did come away with a podium last week. So you could see a nice recovery drive, a charge through the field. And correct, man, those gaps are incomprehensible to the human eye. You cannot comprehend how small that gap is. It's from the movie John Wick. I have seen it in a long time, so I can't remember. Terminal crashed out on his first lap, probably while I was dealing with my technical difficulties. Thank you, T-Money. Alright. So, did someone start it already? It seems they may have done that. That is a big no. we strongly advise against doing that. I can't tell who it is, so I can't hand out a penalty. But hopefully no one's in the pisser. Hopefully everyone's got their strategy sorted out. Fusions, need a hand on comms. I mean, if you want to join, you can join. I won't say no. I don't know if I can invite you to the lobby. Give me a sec. Alright, we've sent the invite out to Fusions. We will get back with the grid here. Fuzz, I already invited you. Okay, well, you two decide who wants to join. Fuzz, you already have a party invite, so if you want to join, get in here. Bring up all the relevant data. We'll get rid of telemetry. We'll get rid of that. We don't want to know the battery. We don't want to spoil nothing on the broadcast. We're gonna keep it as secret as possible for any of the drivers listening. And Fusions has joined in the party. Welcome, Fusions. In the chat, please let us know if you can hear him. Are you in the lobby?
I think you might have sent me.
You sound a little quiet as well.
A little quiet.
And Fuzz has joined the party as well. So we have a lot of cooks in the kitchen here.
Yeah, I might need another invite.
I will invite Fuzz to the lobby too.
I have a session invite. That's fine.
Okay, then you can invite Fusions when you join. I'm gonna stick with the action.
You do that.
Yes, we've turned off the AWS insights. They're unreliable. They are finishing.
Excuse me?
Fuzz actually works on those.
Don't you talk shit about AWS.
That's his day job. So we might lose our AWS sponsorship if we're not kind. The cars are getting back to the grid here. Mario World.
I'm in the session now.
His car has taken a funny position, actually, just sitting between Kelly and Grex. So, interesting strat. We'll see if the stewards kind of let him get away with that.
I don't think that's supposed to be there.
I would probably agree. And there we go. And now we wait. I can't see the lights under the Emirates
Five
board.
red lights.
5
Lights
lights.
out, and away we go.
And away we go. Jay Kelly seems to have gotten a good start off the line. We see a lot of movement in the back of the grid there. The other Alpine seems to have gotten a wicked start as well, actually. Already up 2 places going through turn 1. And the Alpines now sitting in 2nd and 3rd throughout the rest of the field. Looks pretty clean so far. I don't see too many incidents. Big loser there. Grex lost 3 positions. GP lost a position. As we watch the rest of the field now navigate through the opening lap. And yeah, so far, oh, GP has made a bit of contact. He's kept the car facing the right way, but he might have a bit of wing damage as bollards are flying off in the background. We have full throttle down 4 positions. Let's see who else we can get here. As we'll jump up to JJ now, who looks like he's primed to make a move. And Mario World has actually overtaken Jay Kelly, so I've missed that looking through the rest of the field. JJ does get the move done.
And he and Sutton are side by side going into the chicane.
Let's see if Sutton there can get that move done. GP holds it, at least for now, although he is under pressure from Jesper. We'll bring up the tire data to get a look here.
Yeah, I think Jesper looks slightly quicker than the guys in front, so he needs to find his room to overtake while the Haas goes wide of Nicholas Weck, I think that is.
Yes, that would be Nicholas Weck. And up front, though, I mean, nothing separating these drivers so far. Close gaps throughout the entire field. We'll stick with the front for now, as JJ looks to be closing in on the back of Jay Kelly, who perhaps is just finding his confidence here in these opening couple laps. As Mario World obviously sets the fastest lap as he's the first man. Yeah, he is taking a peek, perhaps setting it up. Maybe a bit of a dummy there. Looking to put Jay Kelly under pressure. And yeah, he does seem to have a bit of pace over our championship leader here, who is losing touch out front to Mario.
There we go. Jasper's making a move down into turn 4. Oh, there's a bit of contact.
Hippo actually makes a
he's managed to hold it through.
Clean move around the Alpine of Costco, who got that wicked start and now maybe dropping down a few spots as we have a yellow flag.
JJ spun.
Oh, I'm not too sure what caused that. We'll see if we can find him here. He has got it turned around.
Oh no!
On the front of that car right now.
So obviously gonna have to pit. I did mention this in qualifying. This is not a track where you want to be making extra pit stops. One of the longest pit lanes on the calendar. But now we see McLaren in their constructors battle with Ferrari, sitting 2-3 in this race so far. Costco though fighting it back against Hippo. So obviously
Nicholas
very
Weck
early.
and Grex are going side by side in the fast right-hander.
Teammates here, never mind. One's an Alfa Romeo. Wow, and the confidence under braking to send that around the outside. That was a slick move. Well done to Nicholas Weck there. We have Baba Yaga pressuring Sutton, who's still putting pressure on GP. And you can see guys in the background jockeying for position there.
Sutton got it really loose around that last corner.
And watch now, DRS will be enabled. I doubt they won't have it until they get to the Mistral straight.
Okay, you missed the fancy pants knowing the names of the straights and shit.
That's the only one I know. I don't know what any of the other corners are. I don't even know the numbers. Can make them up. Do we have any French people in the Discord?
Bobby is French.
Well, he's Canadian.
Technically.
Oh,
Jasper, yeah. Oh, and he runs a little wide there to keep it clean, but he's going to get that done, I'd assume, unless we're going to find out who has the better top speed as they drag race down the straight. And yeah, Jasper will be well clear of him before that's done. We have Private Jet looking to make...
Sutton's around.
Oh, and Private Jet is around too. He kind of went off track in that chicane and jumped back. And I don't know if that was the smartest way to...
I don't think either of them... It doesn't look like either of them have damage. So they should be able to carry on, but obviously they've lost out a lot of places.
Yeah, important to note too, Terminal 80, the only one on the hard tires, so obviously opting for the reverse strat. I'd assume considering going hard to medium, but... And he looks like he has a bit of pace on the drivers ahead of him, so... We saw this in T2, last drivers.
Jay Kelly gonna look for a move up on Mario.
He is pressuring him. But yeah, the T2 Ferrari boys, they let the race come to them on a similar strategy, and it worked out, almost resulting in a double podium. So, oh, Jay Kelly got a wicked exit out of turn 2. They're going to go side by side here. And, yeah, does seem like he
Sutton
did
has
back out.
spitted, so he did have wing damage. It didn't look like it from the graphics, but clearly he did. His private jet's around again. He spun out of turn 2.
Who was that, sorry? Sutton?
Private jet is the one that spun out. Sutton is the one that pitted for a front wing change.
Okay, so we have a disastrous race so far from the Aston Martin team.
Jay Kelly passes Mario World for the lead of the race.
And I've missed that, unfortunately, but yes, well done.
Allowing Humble to catch up a little bit.
And Humble, yeah. Mario finding himself in a bit of a McLaren sandwich. But, again, France 2, a track very difficult to harvest DRS. If Mario can at least match the pace of Jay Kelly, he can kind of catch a toe down the back straight and maybe harvest a bit. Rather than trying to defend. But we'll see now if Jay Kelly has the pace to break free. Elsewhere throughout the field, we see the gap starting to form. Jesper, again, though, really solid, sitting in 7th on the medium tires. Humble actually gets by Mario, who must have had a bit of a snap coming through the final corner. So, just like that, lap 5, and we have a McLaren 1-2.
That was a good exit out of turn 2 for Mario.
And an Alpine 3-4. So this is their home race, I suppose. Though I don't believe either are French. It's their manufacturer's home race. So obviously they have the crowd cheering them on. We have Grextow close to Nicholas Weck. We'll see if he's got enough juice to get this move done, but Nicholas is going to have DRS in the car ahead of him as well, so never mind. No, he doesn't. So this group here actually catching up to Costco as Grex picks up a 3-second penalty there through that chicane.
Lewis Letters just passed TTD Slasher for P10 on the DRS straight.
So Slasher again.
Mario World as well. Right up the gearbox of Humble Hippo. Going in the final sector. Oh, Hippo's gone a bit wide. That's gonna help him close the gap down a little bit more, but not quite enough to make a move. So he's just gonna have to be patient and wait for the DRS straight. But oh, Mario was dived in.
Okay,
That's
early in this race, I would say, yeah. Lap 4. As
Grex and Nicholas Weck have also dived in.
I'd assume all of these drivers must be on a 2-stop strategy. So,
yeah,
it's a bold choice, I would say. And you're going to come out in traffic. So we'll see actually where Mario World does come out of the pits. And he's going to come out probably ahead of Private Jet, but yeah, there'll be and.
Terminal finds his way into the top 10, and the captain is right behind him as he picks up a 3-second time penalty, just as I say that. But he does look to have quite a bit of pace over Terminal, so I would expect a move to be made soon enough if you can get a good exit on him.
Sutton sets the fastest lap on that first set of mediums. Out front, Jay Kelly obviously pulling a gap to his teammate. We'll watch Jesper now, though, as he looks to...
There you go, captain side by side with Terminal going into the fast chicane, and he's made the move stick. Yeah, he's made the move stick.
Well done.
Yellow
flag. Yeah, full throttle. Spun around. He has got to turn the right way. Those tires are going to be very hot, though, as you can see him trying to keep it steady, and he's gone round again. You have to be so careful when those tires are overheated. As
really
GP Colin coming under attack now from S7.
Humbo's in.
Mm-hmm.
And Costco. No, sorry.
Yeah, Humble.
Jay Kelly and Costco's.
Yes, as full throttle looks to have spun again out of that fast right-hander, as he's now both Aston Martins, I believe, will be overtaking him. So we'll see. Did Mario World get the jump on Jay Kelly? No. it's going to be close. He's coming down the pitch straight, but I think Jay Kelly will be clear. Will Costco be clear?
I think.
No, I think it's going to be close.
Jay Kelly does get ahead, just barely. And Costco is actually falling behind Nicholas Weck, so that undercut, pretty powerful there. As all of these guys, Jay Kelly, though, onto the hards. So, Slasher, unfortunately, left the session. I'd assume he has lost connection.
I'll send him an invite.
But yeah, Jay Kelly on the hards, obviously going to the end of this race. And he's already passed Mario World, or Sever. He came out ahead. So Mario World, crucial to his strategy, needs to overtake Jay Kelly, and he needs to build somewhat of a gap. As Kelly...
Jay Kelly gets it.
Very racy at the front there. As Mario World picks up a 3-second penalty, but actually follows Kelly through there and almost gets that done. Really close there.
Yeah, it's crucial Mario gets past him as soon as possible.
Jesper now really pressuring Humble.
Nika's gone. He tried to go up the inside. He's out.
Oh! Is that going to be a safety car?
Mario.
Is that a safety car?
Humble has
No,
pit.
I think it's too late for one.
Not even at VSC. Obviously, there's a lot of open
VSC,
space
no
here.
Safety car.
GP Collins still out, 7 laps old. S7 also out on the 7-lap old soft. So, I assume these guys obviously going for a one-stop.
Terminal's made his way to the top 5. I think that's a good drive from him so far. I think on his first stint on the harder tires, that's all he needs to do is just keep doing consistent laps and not make sure he doesn't lose any sort of time.
Yeah, if he can avoid picking up penalties, you know, this is it's a track where you can get moves done. You can overtake around here.
Yeah.
His tires aren't going to be done. They're not going to be cooked. So he should find himself, if he does have pace, at least keeping even with a lot of these drivers.
Yes. Yeah, he's the only one on the hards there, and I think he's doing well to keep up with the people on the mediums, even without DRS
JJ
advantage.
For a spin out of around turn 2.
We saw that happen quite frequently there. Turn 2 can be pretty tricky. Lewis Letta now has caught up to this group here. Caught up to the back of S7 and GP. S7 has dropped off a bit, though. Wondering maybe if his tires have given up on him ever so slightly.
Yeah, Mario's race is truly affected now after the contact with Nikia. Way back in 13.
So, there we go. That has really changed the complexion of this race quite dramatically, as GP Colin and S7 both stay out for another lap. So lap 8 now onto these tires. It looks like Lewis is going to get this move done. Maybe he's going to wait. He's taken a little bit of a peek, but yeah, not quite close enough, as he was trying to catch S7, who had DRS as well, going down the pitch straight. So we'll stick with this battle here. We'll see what they can do. They are dropping time dramatically to Jesper out in first.
Grex is still right up the back of Costco as well, putting pressure on him and Humble Hippo, but he can't quite find the advantage to get past because they both have DRS.
Oh, and it looks like S7 got a wicked exit
Very
there.
close. Maybe look up the inside.
Oh, that's a big send.
He's going to look to the inside. GP does have it defended.
Like a warning. Or lets him by it.
Costco runs a bit wide as Grex, has to back out of it. He had a very tight line to take through there. You really don't want to spin out. Buff, I think you should do the rest of this broadcast in French.
I don't know enough French. I know words. It wouldn't be comprehensible to anyone who speaks French, but
I would be okay with you using English grammar but French words.
Oh, who's gone for a spin?
S7 has dived into the pits. Doesn't look like Terminal spun out. He's still going. Or maybe he's just got overtaken.
He did get overtaken, but he lost a lot of time pretty quickly there, so maybe a bit of a moment. We have another yellow flag. It looks like...
Let's see where S7 comes out in relation with the leaders of the race, the McLarens and the...
He's going to lose a lot of time, obviously, because he stayed out quite a bit longer. And he's gone to the medium, so maybe taking those to the end. We've seen guys do it in T1 and T2, but those tires really die off
They do.
at the end of the race. So
Yeah, but assuming the others still have to pit, he might be at an advantage overall.
yeah, Lewis now very close to GP. So close, in fact, that he's now ahead of him. So on those medium tires, GP I'd assume is going to come in the next lap. I don't think you really want to take these tires too much longer into this race. Probably going on to the hards, but maybe he wants to do a soft medium, similar to what S7 has done. And Slasher now is back in his car, I believe. Or no, it's his Ghost. So
I believe he said his Wi-Fi cut out.
It said he joined back for a second, so I guess maybe just...
Yeah, I did send him an invite. Maybe I'll just send him another just to be safe.
With Hippo now looking to make his way past the Ghost car. And Private Jet is playing the role of roadblock very well, and it's actually allowing Jay Kelly to really... Whoa, as Humble comes through with a lot of overspeed. And...
Oh, Private Jet spun out.
Yeah.
yeah, but that has allowed Costco to actually sneak his way past Hippo, who went really wide there, and now they've been unleashed, and they're going to try and chase down Jay Kelly, as we have...
Jesper's looking really good right now. He's at a 10, almost 10.5 second gap.
Private Jet speeding in the pit lane, so... Oof, that is not good news.
That's very illegal.
That is very illegal. They do frown on that in F1 for some reason. I'm quite sure why. Terminal, though, has got back within DRS range on the captain. So we'll see if he could use that to kind of tow himself away. He is kind of holding steady with Jay Kelly, which is what he needs to do, right? Like, if he shows he has that amount of pace, then... Ooh, we've got...
the Ascens.
Yeah,
JJ again.
spun. So rough go for JJ here. Let's go back down. We'll see. Grex is really pressuring Hippo, who has actually lost touch to Costco out in front of him.
This is interesting because I think Jay Kelly, Costco, Humble, and Grex net P1 through 4 in this race.
Yes, they are, I believe, at this point. GP Cullen has stayed
they're quite close.
Yet again. Oh, never mind. He's coming around to the pit lane now. We'll see if he dives in. He has gone in, I think. Yes, he has. So
yes, he has.
We'll see where he comes out. I'd assume he's going to come out behind S7 now, likely behind Sutton, potentially as well. So
that would still be a very good position to be in.
Yeah, definitely. The captain has pit as well, actually. So Terminal now back into P3, or up to P3 rather, with those two pitting, and again, he's gained. He's holding steady. He's slightly gained time on Jay Kelly that last lap. A really, really solid race for him so far. As we have another yellow flag. It looks like Private Jet. So, a few of these guys, yeah, really having a rough go.
Grex and Humble Hippo are having quite a tussle. But Grex kind of lost out on... He probably honestly should have been a little more patient and waited for the straight and for his opportunity, but he tried sending it into turn 4, I believe it is. The very sharp right-hander in the first sector.
Costco actually seems to have caught up. I guess Costco should be catching up as he is on the medium tires compared to Jay Kelly's hards. I've lost all...
Yeah, I have as well.
Yeah, okay. So for now, we'll stick with Hippo, Costco, Jay Kelly, this battle here. See how these guys can manage. Jesper has gone into the pits now. So GP actually came out behind Mario World, DeCaptain, Sutton, and S7. So...
Jesper's pit for what tire? Hards.
Yeah, obviously going for the one stop here. We'll see where he comes out, because Terminal now leading this race by...
He's coming out in P2. That's very good for him.
Oh, wow.
That is rapid pace. So, looking really strong.
So Jess was effectively in the lead?
Yeah, he's made
because
that
Terminal
first
still has to pit.
stint work really well for him. We'll see how well or how quickly he catches up to the back of Terminal here. Still got GP. A lot of these gaps have begun to stagnate slightly. Grex falling off the back here. Humble still sticking with Costco. Costco now within DRS, trying to obviously put the pressure on Jake Kelly, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Private Jet with the fastest lap of 34.1. So, well done to him. And yeah, Costco very, very close, but it's not in a position to really send it there on that lap at least. And he does really need to get this move done, though. He needs to put a lot of time between himself and Kelly, especially on this stint. Because after he pits, I really doubt Kelly and Hippo are going to pit again.
Costco goes a little bit wide, allows Humble to go right up the back.
So watch
Wide
now.
again.
Yeah, and Hippo does stick his nose in there, taking a little peek. And that's forced Costco to take a compromised line through the final corner, actually. And Hippo,
Costco might end up losing out DRS, to be honest, because of that.
Hippo's struggling to get past in the straight.
The yellow
He's
flag.
gone again.
JJ has
JJ.
retired. Where
Oh, that's a safety car.
Ooh.
Oh.
Terminal can pit here.
Go on, Terminal.
Did you see where JJ crashed? How did he get back there? That's an interesting place.
Probably punch the throttle and
Yeah, he
Sent
probably
it.
got up on the curb.
yeah. So we'll see now who pits. Sutton has gone into the pits off his one lap, or sorry, onto the hard tires. The mediums will last from here, obviously. So if I'm Terminal,
Yeah,
I would pit and take the mediums because he's on the hard tire.
Yeah. What do you do if you're on the hards from this point on?
If they're brand new, I would just stay on them.
I think
It's
I would do
hard.
the same, likely, if they're brand new. Otherwise, I mean, for Jake Kelly, it's tricky, right? Jesper should stay out. There's no reason for him to pit.
Yeah, he's on.
Costco
Yeah,
has
it
to
does
pit.
very-
Rex needs to pit. All these guys on the mediums definitely need to pit here.
There's a very varying set of tires on ages on these, so it's gonna probably mix things up a lot, I feel.
Terminals in.
Terminal, I think, will come out maybe 6 to 7. Depends on who else. Oh,
I should check the leader gap is what I should have done.
Ooh, Humble
Yeah.
pits. I don't know if that's 6 lap forward hard.
I think he's going to come out like
also double
9th,
stack.
I think. Or 8th.
Might have been a good decision just to stay on those hards.
For Terminal?
Yeah,
No. 'cause
he
those
would
are
have
the
gained
tires.
No, not for Terminal. For Humble, staying on the hards
Oh.
would have probably been a good decision. He would have
So it seems everyone's
probably been in the lead.
pitting. Except for
Yeah.
Jesper and Lewis. So Terminal, from
Jake
last
Kelly
on the grid,
mediums.
now sits in 3rd with fresh mediums. So Jake Kelly, fresh mediums. Costco, fresh hards. Hippo, fresh mediums. So, I mean, none of those guys really lost out. The big winner there would be Lewis, who I think actually did call that right. Stay out on those hards, and
Yeah. I think they
8
did
seconds.
lose out by virtue of pitting. I think if they had stayed out, Jay Kelly, Costco, Humble, Hippo, Grex would have been 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They would have been at least a couple places up. So in essence, Lewis, Letta, and Terminal have jumped all of them by not pitting.
yeah. So Terminal, obviously, the big winner.
I mean, Terminal pitted, sorry. Yeah, I mean, Terminal did pit, but Lewis, Letta has jumped all of them by not pitting.
So we'll take a quick peek here at the penalty situation.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Lewis. He's got 8
Um,
seconds.
Yeah, so he did speed in the pit lane. Probably worth it to pit in that situation to clear that 5 seconds. We have Kelly with 3 seconds. We have Grex and Sutton with 9. We have Private Jet with 11. Mario World with 3 and Full Throttle with 3. So Jesper obviously looking very, very strong here. No penalties, out in first. Seems to have
Terminal's
great
looking really good
pace.
as well.
Yeah, Terminal, no penalties. Fresh Medium's out in third. We'll see how the pace works out here for these guys, though. Now it's going to be a lot more of an even playing field. Nicholas Weck has left the session. He was already DNF'd, I guess, just maybe hanging out. RC in the chat, honestly, gets 1 5th place position. He thinks he's a race engineer now. Oh wait, no, is that Fuzz? No, he sits.
I didn't say anything.
Alright, mid-race predictions. Who do you guys got? I mean, Jesper seems primed to win this, I would say.
Yeah, Jasper's pretty surely gonna win. I want to say Terminal finishes second.
Yeah, and Jay Kelly and Costco third.
I think, okay, I'm gonna go bold and say Humble finishes third.
He is sneaky like
but
that.
But let's see. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Costco for third because Jay Kelly has that 37 time.
So I'd assume safety car will probably be in this lap. I like those predictions. No one's showing any love to Lewis. I guess with his 8 seconds, it's tough for him to really.
Yeah, I think with a late safety car always screws over the person with the most penalties, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm just like I feel like he might have a good finish, but not quite good enough for top 3.
Is Slasher's car still a ghost? Yeah, or did he join back? Oh, he did join back. So he's in a really solid position, actually. 7th place, hard tires, in his debut here. So
the safety cars are really helping these medium runners out.
Yeah, the more laps you can get under the safety car, the better. Was the safety car in this lap? I don't know if I saw the message. I was looking at the chat. The captain has left the session.
It's the captain. Show some respect.
I said the captain.
The captain's name. Oh.
What did you say?
Safety car's out for another lap.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Safety car out again. This was a serious crash.
Oh,
yeah. That could be it, definitely. As who has pit? Why has Mario
I guess
pit?
he figured. I don't know. That's a really bad.
That's a bold choice.
Greg just gets 5-second penalty. Maybe he thought the mediums were going to be better, but I mean, he just lost all that track position.
All those positions, yeah. I am a little shocked by that that strategy call there. There's a lot of cars to overtake in 10 laps, and he has a penalty in. Get back out with the leaders here. Watch them wiggle around.
I'm being bullied in the chat.
I just see this.
I feel like this qualifies as cyberbullying. I'm gonna report a certain RC7.
You can just close the chat, Fuzz. You don't need.
What do you mean close the chat?
You don't have to read it. If you're being bullied, just close it. You don't have to read it.
Don't tell me what to wear. Tell the men not to stare.
I think that's a little different.
No, it's literally the same thing. I'm a victim.
In this lap.
Okay, back to the race. Safety cars are boring as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. That was a boring 3 laps. But...
They were safe though. It was a safe 3 laps. And you know, sometimes safety is boring. But all the virtual marshals are safe. The virtual drivers will go home to their families tonight. And that's something we can hang our hats on.
Imagine having a family and playing the F1 game.
Plenty of people do.
I know.
Our very own GP Colin.
I don't even know who Ed Merman
Terminal.
is, and he's bullying me.
He's my roommate from university. All right,
Oh.
coming around the last corner, we have Jesper, and he's punched it already, so he got a good jump on that. It looks like Terminal Dady may be sleeping a bit, as he's already under pressure from Jay Kelly. He's already a second off Lewis ahead of him. Should be able to hold this position, no DRS, so he does for now, as we watch. No real swaps here on the restart, but yeah, Terminal
Humble
not...
Hippo's got a good run on Costco. He's gonna go down the inside.
That's tight.
That is tight. Look at that
Oh,
speed
that was a
around
good
the
run.
outside.
Hold it.
Now he's gonna have the
That
inside
was
here.
well done.
That was a
Really good
really, really nice move from Hippo. Who else do we got here? We'll see. Slasher actually now looking to get a move done on Costco. It looks like he's got a wicked amount of speed hunting him down. We'll see if he pulls out. He does. And he thinks better of it. He took a little peek, but not quite close enough to get that move to stick. So watch out the rest of the field here. Nothing really happening at the moment. We have GP Colin down in 12th, actually, so not the greatest race for him. Now they're talking about me in chat. Jesus. GP Colin, though, really looking to make a move on Private Jet, sticking his nose in there.
Jay Kelly's gone.
Jay
Spun.
Kelly has spun our championship leader, now falling to the back of the grid.
I'm Sutton makes a move past S7 Baba Yaga.
And Terminal Davey
Just
now
about.
looking to get that move done on Lewis for second place, as he sets the fastest lap of the race.
Ooh, thinks better of it.
Yeah. It's a tricky, 1 and 2 are tricky overtaking corners. We have Grex now, Sutton, S7, this whole group here actually, GP Colin up to 6th place, TTV Slasher, all nose to tail coming through Sector 1. As Mario actually makes his way past Full Throttle.
Jesper's starting to find his feet now, 1.4 second gap.
Yeah.
I think Terminal needs to get past Lewis like that quickly if he's going to have a chance of catching Jesper. in this
Yeah,
race.
it's,
Yeah, he really needs to use his mediums.
we have Sutton now, close to the back of Grex. Not quite close enough here.
Terminal's looking up the inside. It's tight. Oh no.
Yeah, Terminal hounding Lewis here, basically pushing him through the corners. As Lewis looks to get some heat into those tires, looks for some confidence. And all the while, Terminal stuck behind Lewis. He's noticing that gap behind him from Hippo closing and closing. Oh, and Terminal gets a bit of oversteer on the exit there. I don't believe DRS is enabled yet. It'll be enabled this lap, yes. So Terminal just needs to hang tight, wait for that back straight, and hope that that's the opportunity where he can get that move done. And then go on and challenge for the lead.
Full throttle, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's never nice.
Who got that, sorry? Full throttle?
Full throttle, yeah. Went into the pits.
It's Terminal now. Ooh, as Lewis picks up another penalty,
race.
trying to defend. And Terminal now just needs to get this exit right. On the throttle, and I believe he should be close enough. If he's saved enough of his battery, we'll see. And it looks like he should. Yes, he pulls out there. He's alongside. He should be ahead going into the corner. We'll see what Lewis does to defend. Looks like he's tucked in behind. Maybe a little bit of contact, but I think that's on Lewis there. And it
Lewis
looks like
does get a
he's-
better exit,
yeah,
though,
he
and
set
I think
himself up
Terminal's-
there
Yeah.
to really hunt him down.
But he's
Right behind him. It's
stayed
so
out of it.
tricky, though. This is a very tricky overtaking corner. Terminal's gone a little deep, though. He's left the door open slightly. But he should be okay now. As long as he can manage his way through this final sector, I think he should be okay. We'll jump back now to Sutton, who's gone off. Whoa! 2 cars in the wall there.
Oh, Mario World is out as well.
What happened there?
Oh wow.
And that's
Safety
another
car.
safety car.
Oh.
Do we see anyone
Wow.
pit? Lewis is pit.
Lewis let us pit.
Wow.
Interesting.
Both of them in the same spot.
Humble,
JJ.
Costco, Grex have all also pitted. I think they're all gonna put on the fresh
All the
softs. Oh my
softs,
god.
yeah. I think Terminal has missed
lot
the
of
pit
people have
entry.
Yeah, I think they both did.
I think
Slasher has stayed out on the hards. No penalties. Up into third now.
Humble Hippo is going to be rapid in these last potentially 5
Costco
laps.
has put on mediums. GP calling his pit for fresh softs. So Hippo obviously
Humble
now
Hippo's
with
gonna get
a
up
a great opportunity here to even challenge for the win on those soft tires. Lewis obviously had to serve his penalty. That's cost him a position and put him down into 6th. He still has penalties, so
Costco's put on fresh mediums. So
Yeah.
softs. Interesting decision.
so
Hippo
Grex.
could potentially challenge for the win now.
He might be able to. It's gonna be. It is easy to overtake here, but I feel like if it forms a DRS train, then it's gonna be very difficult.
Yeah.
Grex is alongside S7. I don't know what they're doing. They're racing under safety car. It looks like he's just overtaken him under the safety car.
Oh, Terminal's
and
got a 5-second. No.
I don't know if maybe he got rear-ended. I
That's
would
on-
assume he got
Yeah,
rear-ended.
I think that's on Slasher.
As
and
Grex,
Grex and
these
S7
two
as
are,
well.
are racing. I don't know what
Oh,
Grex
Grex
is
spun
doing.
out? What is he?
He's overtaking guys under the safety car.
Maybe he doesn't know there's a safety car.
I don't know what
Might be
happened
a-
there, but that was
Just a glitch.
It was very questionable.
he was racing
There's
S7.
no front wing at all, Grex.
I have no idea what happened there. Yeah, he's completely without a wing.
This changes everything now.
Safety car obviously going around another time. That was bizarre. I really don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I was gonna basically bring up whether Terminal and Jesper should pit now or not, but I think now Terminal with the 5-second would lose out very, very massively, so probably just needs to stay out, make sure he finishes in a decent place, and maybe if he can gather evidence, he can get his 5-second penalty removed.
Yeah, he can always
Should be able
appeal.
to.
Yeah. So stewards are pretty
'Cause he got it from Slasher, and Slasher is behind him, so he
Full
should be
throttle's
able-
picked up a 3-second penalty.
Under the safety car,
under
that
the
is-
safety car.
yeah, that is rough. See his pit for the softs. He's the one trailing the field there. He should be able to catch up quite easily before they reach the start
Yeah.
finish. So hopefully safety car will be in this lap.
So, Puff, while safety car's out, what are your thoughts on Goku?
On Goku?
Apparently.
I don't know. I don't really watch Dragon Ball Z. I never did. Why?
I mean,
What does he say in the chat? What does he say? Puff hears you talk about Goku like that. What? I never watched Dragon Ball Z.
allegedly you had a Goku body pillow.
Body pillow named Goku. Well then, I don't know. No comment, I suppose. We don't need to get into my personal life on stream.
Safety car in this lap.
Where
Safety
does
car
the
in
name
this
Puff
lap.
Digital come from? Tell us the history. Yeah,
There's
safety
not
car in
enough
this lap. There's
time.
still a few
There's not
corners
enough
to go.
time. It's like it would have to be like 30 for 30. An ESPN documentary. Like you can't just explain it briefly. All right, here we go. Jesper around the final corner, and it seems like he's just punched it right off the exit. So we're racing again. Yeah, good launch. He did get the jump on Terminal again slightly, but Terminal's done well. Hippo actually, though, with a wicked exit, is already challenging Slasher, looking up the inside. Oh, and Slasher's run
Oh,
deep,
Slasher's
and
gone
he's
very
opened the
deep.
door for for Hippo now, who is on a charge. Slasher lost 2 positions there to Costco and Hippo, and a third to Lewis, who's looking... Ooh. That was a little squirrely there. Hippo, though, in a fantastic position. If he can clear Terminal, he has a really good shot at winning this race. We'll have to see how well these guys, though, manage their batteries throughout these last few laps. As Lewis now is really gaining as Jake Kelly picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Slash has lost yet another place to S7 Baba Yaga as well, and now GP Collins right up his behind. Oh! Colin and Full Throttle went side by side. I think Full Throttle made contact with someone in front and has spun out again. He's having a very rough night.
He's really pressuring.
7 picks up a
front.
3-second time penalty. That's going to be very costly at this stage.
Jake Kelly going side by side with Private Jet here through this tricky part of the track, and we can see ahead Slasher loses the position. Oh! And Private Jet sneaks his way through and snags 2 positions. As Kelly now,
Jake Kelly goes past
around the outside, hangs that one in there. So Slasher's gone from 3rd to 10th in less than a lap. A disastrous
and just made it
restart.
past Terminal Deity going into the final corner somehow.
Yeah, I think Terminal must have made a mistake.
That.
Hippo squeezing him slightly into the wall there as they're drag racing down the pitch straight into turn 1.
That could have ended very badly.
Well done to the 2 of them to keep that one going. Slasher has pit now, so maybe wing damage. As Jay Kelly looks to keep making his way through the field, recovering as many points as he can. Hippo now obviously going to want to... He will get DRS, I think, on lap 25 or 26?
This is the 2nd lap, I believe, after the safety car restart, so next lap.
GP Collin right on the back of Baba Yaga here. Yaga or Yaga? Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga, I don't know. I would just say Baba Yaga because I feel like that's a word I've heard before.
It's apparently from the movie John Wick, he said in chat, so...
Yeah, then I would think it's Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. Alright, well, he is under pressure. Here he comes, GP. Looking on both sides, really trying to get this move done. And he's got so much speed, gives him a little bump there. And yeah, just so much speed as now he's got Jay Kelly right behind too, and GP is really hounding him here through this 3rd sector.
Costco and Lewis Letter in a tussle as well. I think Lewis Letter just went past Costco.
GP now, we'll see if he can get this done. DRS is enabled, obviously won't be enabled down the pitch straight here. Terminal also really close to Hippo still, so... Hippo really needs to make sure as GP actually does get it done going into turn 1, so getting his move on. Yeah, really needs to catch up to Costco here. Should be able to, I think, with those tires, with that entire advantage. Hippo also is going to have DRS, so Terminal
likely have a bit of a moment.
Yeah.
Hippo is 78% battery. He needs to empty it. I don't know why he's not.
He's got to line it up, I think. Save it a bit. You don't want to do it right on this lap here. As Sutton has left the session, he DNF'd. Oh yeah, that was earlier.
I feel like Terminal is just kind of desperate to stay within the RS range.
Yeah.
Hoping if something goes wrong, he's there to pick up the scraps.
Jay Kelly
Which
now.
I can understand, but he does need to save up his ERS and if he's ever going to make a move.
Very true. I know maybe he's resigned himself to a podium here. Maybe he's hoping is that will be his best result. Jay Kelly hounding Baba Yaga now as well. He's looking to hang on to 7th place. They both have penalties. I'm not sure how much each of them have.
Really close now. Jasper.
Yeah, Hippo.
Potential move.
He's going to have DRS, obviously.
Both McLarens looking to make a place out on the final 2
And
laps.
Terminal now actually coming under pressure from behind from Lewis Letta, who does set the fastest lap of this race, so we'll see now.
Jay Kelly's making his move past
Yeah.
S7 Baba Yaga just about now. Yeah.
Yeah, he does get that
He's got it
done.
Costco and Lewis Letta right behind each other as well, and Humble right up the back of Jasper going onto the main DRS straight.
We'll see
That's
now.
a pretty good exit.
Hippo is close. Jesper moves very wide to break the DRS, moves back to the inside line. He is weaving a little bit back to the middle of the track.
Setting up that pass.
It's a few
more
moves.
Than 2 moves. Yeah.
Not under braking, but yeah, a few moves down the straight there. Terminal still hanging in there. He's right in there.
Humble Hippo is looking for a move on the outside, but it's not
so
quite there
close.
yet.
We'll see if Jesper leaves the door open. Can he switch back up and under? Oh, and he sent it round the outside. No way. Can he get that to stick? Oh, as Jesper gives him a little squeeze there. All clean, though. As Hippo...
Terminal's now here now. Again.
That was a very, very brave attempt. Kudos to both drivers for managing to keep that clean. And here we go. Last lap. All to play for still in this race. Humble going to look to get that move done. Before they get to turn 1 here, can he send it round the outside? And he does. Hippo on the last lap has made it into first place here. Terminal Dady now is going to want to get this move done as well, hopefully to steal second place. Jesper, though, is right behind him. And this is not over. Terminal, a bit of a compromised run through those few turns there. It's all going to come down to this exit, though, for all 3 of these drivers. We see a bit of oversteer from the both of them.
Pretty good exit.
Oh, Terminal has a moment. He's kept it on the track, but now he's going to be under pressure from Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis Ladder's got a massive run on Terminal.
Terminal will have DRS, so he does have that in his favor. He's lost any hope of catching up to the top 2, though, with that moment.
Yeah, he needs to hang on to
Jesper's
third. Jesper's picked up a 3-second time
penalty.
penalty. Oh my god.
3-second penalty.
Oh
the scenes here in France on the last lap is GP Colin now looking to... he's not going to be close enough to get that move done on Costco. Lewis Letta, though, he's taking a peek. Maybe he can sneak up and under. Like we saw Humble try on that last lap. Oh, and Terminal, he's a bit squirrely there. We'll jump back up to the front here. Humble Hippo. Looks like he's got this one locked up.
Yeah, he's got it. He got a massive exit onto the DRS straight. Jesper had no chance, and he weaves down the straight.
And Lewis side by side here with Terminal crossing the line, and obviously all these positions jumping around due to penalties and the like. But GP Colin, yeah, up into 4th. Terminal in 5th. If he gets that removed, he'll be up into 2nd actually, because Jesper had that penalty. So,
good race.
Like a mumble in the jungle, Humble has won the race.
Sure.
I totally didn't see that.
Sure. Good day, mate.
Alright, mate.
Good day, mate.
Mate. Are you inviting them to the party?
Good day, mate. Yeah, we'll get him in here.
Oh, wait, is it? It's Humble, Costco, and who finished 3rd?
Jesper.
Jesper. Okay.
As Humble prances out onto the podium.
That was pretty race, champ. Sorry.
Stop reading Ed's chat on the stream. Emmerman's chat on the stream.
I'm not reading any chat. This is just how I talk.
That's I've never heard you say race champ.
This is now how I talk.
I've never heard you say race champ before, ever. Alright, we'll get Hippo, Costco, and Jesper here into the party. Just give me a moment. I don't think I'm friends with any of them. I'm actually friends with Hippo, that's for sure. Did you? Alright, well, we'll wait for now. We'll go through the order real quick. In first, Hippo. I believe that's his first win of the season. Congrats to Hippo. Costco in 2nd. I believe that's his first podium of the season. Jesper in 3rd. I believe that's his first podium of this season. No, he was
Okay.
second last week. We have GP Colin in fourth, Terminal Dady in fifth, Lewis Letta in sixth, Jay Kelly seventh, good recovery for him, Private Jet in eighth, Bobby Yaga in ninth. I believe rounding out the top 10 was Full Throttle.
Yep.
And those would be your top 10 for what was an absolutely wild French Grand Prix. Just madness there. We have guys already ready to go again in the lobby here. Just dying to race.
They just want to do it again.
They're so ready to just go back at it. Start it up again. I saw Hippo join the party. Did someone else join?
I think Jasper and Hippo have joined.
Jesper
Costco,
and
we're winning on Costco.
Costco's not
Hippo
sure.
have joined. Jesper, can you hear us?
Yes.
All right. We'll wait a couple moments here. Hopefully we can get. Who are we waiting for? Costco, sorry, into the party. While we wait, we'll go to the showroom. And there we go. Look at that McLaren. Beautiful, isn't it? What a great diffuser. Well-crafted front wing as well. You know what, actually, we'll just start. We'll go right into it. Hippo, congrats. I said post-race, I believe that was your first win of the season. That was a wild, wild finish. Fantastic race for you. Just tell us how you feel. Talk us through that.
Oh, I'm stoked. That's first win since going to no assists in any league, so I'm pretty happy with that. I was hating life after qualifying, after qualifying through on my bank lap on 8% softs, starting in 8th, so I wasn't too confident, but made a few positions on lap 1, and then with both safety cars helped me. The last safety car, I think I was first into the pits on soft. The 3 guys in front got stuck on hards and mediums, so had the pace and got there in the end.
And the two of you actually, when I say that, you and Jay Kelly were leading that race for quite a while. Both of you made a great charge up through. Well, Jay Kelly was on pole, but you made a great charge, and then he had that unfortunate incident. But the two of you did lift the class of the field in that first stint. Each of you making some crazy overtakes in non-usual overtaking spots. So really, really good stuff.
It was a fun race. Unlucky to Jack, because he should have been on for the win or at least a podium there, but touched the death curve and that was him gone.
Yeah, he did recover nicely into 7th, so good for him. I believe he should still be leading the championship based on where everyone else has finished, so he won't have to worry about that. And I believe you guys are still safe atop the constructors for the time being.
Yeah, good result.
So congrats to you. We'll move to Costco. You've joined the party, correct?
I did.
Yes.
Congratulations. I believe that would be your first podium with Zenith Online Racing.
The last Canada was my first race.
Okay, so congrats. Yes, you've been in the Discord a bit, I think, but yeah, you said last week you made your debut. Obviously, nice to get your feet wet, and didn't take you long to find the podium. How does it feel after that race? You kept it clean, I think. Penalties was what vaulted you up past a lot of guys, but talk us through it.
I think I'm learning that's the only thing I'm good at, is a clean race. It's the only thing that's helped me for 2 weeks. I don't even know if I'm gonna finish in the podium. I think some people are getting penalties removed, but we'll enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it for now. Champagne's free anyways, so you know. Tastes just as sweet.
They can't take that away.
Yeah, exactly. But keeping it clean, that's a skill in itself. So, you know, if you find one thing you're good at and that happens to be it, then that'll take you places, especially with late safety cars, which we had today.
Yeah, pitted on the wrong tires, but luckily there weren't a lot of laps left, because who was it? GP Collins he was hunting me down. Yeah.
And you had a rocket start. I believe it was you. It might have been your teammate, but I think you jumped like 2 or 3 places right after turn 1.
Yeah. jumped up behind who was pole, and then I knew there was no way I was getting by him, so I just settled in after that.
Overall, though, like you said, fantastic race. Kept it really clean. You made some moves. You lost a few places. Fought back from that adversity, though. And yeah, fantastic result for you and for the team. Alpine now, really strong result on the day and looking to make some waves in the standings. So well done.
Appreciate it.
And last but not least, we have Jesper. You finished, I believe, third after the penalties. You were on for a win before that late safety car. But talk us through your race. Starting 11th, really well done in that first stint.
Yeah, the first stint went according to plan. I took the lead and I kept on extending it, and went into the pits for the hards, and yeah, and everything was going well until the safety cars.
Even up to that last lap, yeah, I don't think you picked up your penalty until that chicane, right?
Yeah, I picked it up on the last lap when I just tried to squeeze by. But
Yeah.
there was no space.
So even without that, you still would have been second. Third is still a fantastic result. You did show wicked pace, and yeah, fighting your way from 11th, a fantastic first stint. I mean, that pace was great. You came out, I think, in second after your stop, so really well done. Did you score a podium last week as well?
Yeah, I got second in Canada.
So the top steps, the only one eluding you now, a second and a third place in your debut, your 2 opening races. So big congrats to you. I don't know if my co-commentators, if they have any questions for any of you guys.
No, good.
I have a question for Hippo. It's an interesting accent. Where are you from?
You know exactly where I'm from.
No, I don't.
I'm down under, mate. Down under.
Oh, that little island that shit at
Yeah,
cricket.
that little island. Yeah.
Today, so.
There you go.
Have I?
Yeah.
I
Nice.
believe it's my old university roommate.
He's also said, let's get digital.
He's joined
It's
us.
not hard to be a better bloke than Puff, so that's probably why he's my fan there.
Okay. Let's end this broadcast. All right.
Thanks, guys.
I have a request just to say there was a very race champ race in France. I'm never going to say that again. Thanks for joining us, guys. That was a phenomenal race. Honestly, that was fantastic stuff. Great racing from all 3 of you and from the rest of the grid as well.
Thank
I hope you all watch it back. And yeah, this was Zenith Online Racing. This was Tier 3. We'll be back next Monday, 8 p.m. I can't remember which track. Is it Austria, Silverstone? I believe it's one of those 2. Austria. So
Some admin, this guy is.
I have other stuff to do than look at the calendar.
To be fair, even I didn't know until yesterday. So I'm not
So join us next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have racing 8 p.m. Eastern all week. You won't find any better group of guys. So hope to see you there. And yes, we are signing off. Thank you, everyone.